day one, although it's really just traveling, of this new adventure. I set up this car camera system for mainly my sister because she convinced me to record videos on the go. So if for no one else, Ivy, this is for you. I'm about 158 miles out of San Francisco, where I'll be for 3 days speaking at a leadership conference. So when I was an advisor at Los Angeles Valley College, I would take my student leadership students to leadership conferences, and this one is in Walnut Creek. But since I am no longer an advisor, but I'm still friends with all of the advisors, they invited me to speak, which is pretty cool. So I'll be hosting the icebreaker games tomorrow for several hundred, I think like 500 college students. And then on Saturday, I'm hosting 2 workshops titled Leadership in the Community. So that should be pretty cool. I'm excited to draw on experiences working at LA Valley, experiences with It's the Little Things, and with this new project that I'm doing. So yeah, that's the weekend, and then I'll be heading up to Portland. So this is my car. It's totally filled to the brim. I literally took as much as I possibly could, and that's fine. It'll be good. I wanted to do this video as unprepared as I feel before the sun sets, because I feel like I'm gonna lose light soon. I feel like anyone who's gonna be watching this video does not need to hear me talk about this project more. I mean, maybe I should explain it. It's loosely based off my thesis project, which was art as therapy. And I always emphasize the as part because it's not art therapy. It's different than art therapy. It's art as therapy. So it's the huge umbrella of all that is art. And when I was teaching 2nd grade, I put art with a capital A on the board. And that's how we referred to it for the rest of the year. Art with a capital A. And then we talked about all the different things that could mean. And yeah, so this project is a lot about how we can better use art and all that means to help communities in distress heal from traumatic events, whether that's a natural disaster or social injustice, race relations, school shootings. Obviously, this is another really big umbrella of topics. So this is the first time in my life I've ever not really had an answer, and I love answers. I love structure, and I love knowing how to do what, and I don't, and so I'll really just be following the research and seeing where it takes me. So yeah, that's the project-ish. There's so much more, but that's okay. Anyway, Ivy got me thinking about doing this whole thing, and I didn't really know what to say. So I thought it might be interesting to share examples of kind of how I got to this point, I think. And the first one that really sticks out to me and sticks out in my memory, it dates back to like 2007, when I was living in San Diego. And there were 9 wildfires scorching San Diego County, all across the county. And so people were evacuated. They were displaced to high school gymnasiums, and a lot of people went to Qualcomm Stadium. So I was at SDSU at the time and living not far from it. And I think it was the second night of the fire that they said, they had previously said, if you can see the fire from your house, do not wait to be evacuated. So on the second night of the fire, I could see it kind of coming over the hill near the freeway nearest me, and I could see it from my house. So I packed up my car and I drove to my friend's house, and I stayed there for a couple days. And while we were there, school was closed because the air quality was so bad and there was nothing to do. So I insisted that we go to Qualcomm Stadium the next day and volunteer. So we get there, and the people at the front turned us away. We said, "We're here to help." And they said, "Thank you so much, but we're good, actually." I thought, what? You're good? Like, you have enough volunteers already? And she said, "Yeah," which basically meant that like hundreds of people came out earlier than I could and volunteered, and they were able to turn people away. And I don't think I've ever been more proud to be part of San Diego or be part of that community, because that was a really, really cool moment, to be able to have been turned down because the community just stepped up like that. So that meant a lot. And of course, my next thought was, well, there must be something we can do. What can we do? And this is now a theme that I've sort of recognized throughout my life. So the next thing was to figure out, what do we have to offer? What can we provide? And I was a theater major, and all of my friends were too. And we founded the improv team at SDSU. We were on a local all-star team, like college team at a local theater. And so that night, I called all my friends, and we went to Party City and made posters, and we performed. And that's what we had to offer, was to just try to make people laugh. So we showed up the next morning, half expecting to be turned away, I think, again. But they welcomed us, and we picked a part of the stadium that was like near the entrance-ish, and we laid out colorful tablecloths as a seating area, and we drew a chalk stage, and we marched around the stadium with our posters and invited people to our show. And I think we even had like one of those big it's so vivid in my mind. There's also like the film students at our school made a documentary about it because they heard we were going. I'd really love to find that video. We called it comedy relief, because it wasn't supposed to fix anything. We just wanted to temporarily relieve whatever pain they were going through, and I think that's all we could hope for. But anyway, we performed, and I'm so organized. I said that we would have like a 1 o'clock or 11 o'clock show, a 1 o'clock show, and a 3 o'clock show, or something like that. And and when we got to the end of the first show, I don't know what I expected. I guess I expected people to like get up and leave and then come back if they wanted to, but they didn't have anywhere to go, because they were literally sleeping in cots in the hallways of Qualcomm Stadium. And this is no Staples Center. It was like outdoor, not carpeted, all concrete. We just kept going, and we improvised and just had a rotating cast of people come in and out, and we played different games, all family friendly, all age appropriate, because we had biker dudes, little kids, the elderly, valley girls, all in the same audience, laughing at the same jokes. It was one of the coolest things I've ever done. I don't know. It was a really, really special day, and I was really happy to have a community of friends that supported me in this crazy notion, and stuck by me all day. Oh man, we rallied too. But the fact that I don't know. I mean, and that's the thing, is it's like, do I think that putting on a show is gonna, relieve every traumatic situation? Absolutely not. That's not the answer. But we saw a need, we addressed it in the way that we could in that moment. So I think I'd overall really like to be better prepared for different situations and have different available options or resources. And that's what this research project is partially going to be me learning about, which I'm really excited about. So yeah, so that is one of the driving memories of this whole project, and I just wanted to share. So thanks for listening if you have so far, and some capacity, whether it's music or dance or film or painting. Every sort of artistic expression is a release or an escape, and it carries that energy, and it's healing. It's so beyond healing. So it's played an important role in my life. I'm not feeling very eloquent, but right now, because I'm so tired. Maybe next time I'll wash my hair and put makeup on. But yeah, I just wanted to share that, I think. So I guess I'll be excited to hear about how art is helping transform or heal or process difficult situations for different communities around the United States. And I'm excited to then share that in whatever way this whole project turns out. So that should be fun. Yeah. Thanks for listening, Ivy. And I don't know how often I'll do this, but I guess stay tuned. Don't.